Hi, and welcome to our first show in a new series called MidLife To NewLife Jurni with Juan and Ron. I'm Ron Archibald.
And I'm Juanita Shay. If you're watching live, can you please comment live below? And if you're watching later, please type in replay in the comments below. So Ron, tell the audience what this series, this MidLife To NewLife series is all about.
Well, MidLife To NewLife is really about embracing your middle years. It's about change, overcoming obstacles. It's really a rebirth to a better life.
And so what we're going to be doing on this series is inviting special guests who specialize in their area in relationships, in health, in wealth, in wellness, and spirituality. And they'll share their tips and their strategies along with what we do and what we've done to ease into the midlife years with more grace. So we welcome you to join us on this journey as we all journey to it together.
And we welcome you to our adventure every week. So we hope to see you every week here on MidLife To NewLife Jurni. Hi, and again, welcome to our first episode here at MidLife To NewLife. This one is about getting started. Midlife is a time to really follow your heart, and of course, you want to make sure it's healthy. So in order to keep it healthy, you got to get active. So when I first met Juanita, I wasn't exactly the most active person. I liked my TV, I liked sitting out on the deck, I liked my beer, and I did a lot of that actually. But she was very much into cycling. I was very much into Juanita. So I went and I found myself a bike. Now I didn't go out and spend, mega bucks or anything. I just went on Kijiji or, Craigslist if you're in the US or whatever buy and sell place. And you can pick up, I picked this bike up and I got my gear, my shoes, everything that I needed, relatively inexpensive. And I tell you, once I started to get active, and this is really what this is about, is when you get out, get up, get active, your life becomes much more, much better, really, what it comes down to. And it's really turned into a, something that we do, very regularly. So she's a very, definitely a cycle enthusiast, and I'm with her all the way now. So actually, she's upstairs right now, getting her breakfast together. I'm going to head up after her, and then we're going to head out. So we'll see you out there.
Mineral drink. Yummy. My morning nutritious shake. A little bit of banana, a little bit of orange, chocolate and vanilla mix. Nice and thick, yummy. Delicious.
In keeping with our theme about getting a good start, I've cooked up some oatmeal here. I call it porridge. Juanita calls it oatmeal. Whatever it is, it's good for you, So I cook a little up for myself. Juanita's just in there getting ready, and I'll made her a little bit as well, and we'll get that on the go here in a minute. I've also got my hot lemon water for Juanita and I. Now, personally, I like to also have an egg as well. Give me a little extra protein and, just some more volume, because I need a little bit more food maybe than Juanita does. But so what I do here with the oatmeal is I take it and I give myself here some. And I did up a shake there as well. As you saw earlier there, Juanita did up her shake. She likes the chocolate. I prefer more vanilla in mine. And I got a banana in there. I've got apple, some orange, and of course the nutritious shake with all your vitamins and everything you need in the morning. Now we like a little bit of maple syrup on our oatmeal. Give it, give it a little bit of. It's healthy. It's natural. It's 100% pure maple syrup. And then I take my shake and I put a little bit of shake in there. And I do that for Juanita as well. And then we're good to go. So here's the shake or the oatmeal that, as you can see, that I just mix it up here, and away we go. So I'm gonna have my porridge here, and actually it's a little chilly out there this morning, so I'll have to check with Juanita to make sure we're going. It is November after all, and it does get a little cold, so I'll check with her to see if she really wants to go.
I'm all in. Doesn't matter. As long as it's not freezing, I'm out on the bike. There's never any excuses for not getting out and getting exercises, and it sure helps to have our herb e-shots.
Yeah, we had a great breakfast this morning, as you saw, and now when we head out, before we head out for the cycle, we take a little e-shot, energy shot. Helps us get over those big hills.
Sustain our energy for the rest of the day instead of depleting it. So off we go, and doing what I love to do the best is to get on my bike and get outdoors.
We call it the Cow Bay Loop in Nova Scotia, and our first stop is the Silver Sands Beach Park. A lot of families, come here for picnics and all that, but it's more commonly called the Moose Park, as you can tell here by the big statue. But it's a beautiful place, great views of the ocean, and we just love it.
And another aspect that we love are all the people that we meet out here while we're doing our activities. This particular day we met 2 young surfers. Now they just started 2 years ago, and they discovered how much they love to surf. But the big thing is they started. They had an idea that they thought they'd take up surfing, and they decided to go surfing. We've also met many people in their midlife years, in all the time we've been cycling this loop, who also have started taking up surfing, and they have discovered also their passion for it. It's important to start somewhere. Either go for a walk in your neighborhood, go for a hike in your local park, maybe rent a bike if you've never cycled before. Think of what it is, what you would like to do, but just get started. You may discover that you have a new passion for an outdoor activity in your midlife years.
And it was a rough day that day, but the guy, as you can see here, he finally caught the wave here before we left.
And here we are on our way to our next stop.
So this is another place that we stop. Talking loud because, the wind and everything. I figure we better talk a little loud so that people can hear us. But this is another little pit stop we do right down here by the ocean. And a little bit nicer, of course, in the summertime, but hey, it's still beautiful here in November. The surfers out, and we want to just show you where we like to stop.
And there's been days where the weather has been beautiful or misty, and we'll sit and we'll do a meditation. So I like to call this a soul cycle ride. My rides. We have no speedometer on our bikes. We go for the sheer pleasure of cycling, and that's great for people who, of course, monitor their distance and eat, but for me, it's all about soul cycling. I just wanted to share a little story with you. When I first met Ron got his bike, as he already shared with you, and you know how I like to take my e-shots. So I shared with him on the first couple rides an e-shot. Now he wasn't 100% convinced that they worked. So on the third day, I intentionally did not give it to him. And we would do minimum 30 kilometers. So that third day, I had called him up in the afternoon after the cycle ride, and he was laying down. And I'm saying, "Hey, what are you doing laying down?" He said, "Oh, I was tired after the cycle ride." I said, "Really?" Now, I intentionally did not give you an e-shot, just to prove to you that these little powerful bottles are jam-packed with good nutrition that fuels our body with energy. So, that evening, we went out for dinner, and he was convinced at that point that those e-shots are pretty valuable. And so every time we go out on intense hikes or long cycle rides, we make sure we take our e-shots.
How you doing, Juanita?
I'm doing great. This is such a peaceful place. So peaceful.
Our next stop on the Cow Bay Loop is Flag Pond Park. This is another spot where you see surfers challenging the waves. You see a lot of nature, of course, all around you, and they're so great for clearing your head, reducing stress, and just reconnecting. I think me and Juanita find it's a real bonding experience.
Ron mentioned bonding with each other. It's also a time to bond with oneself. Being in nature is such a wonderful, wonderful experience. You get to ask yourself some great questions about, what do I want for the rest of my life? What's my purpose? How do I want to live out the remainder of the years I have left? Our kids are grown. We have more time. We probably have more money. So what do I want to do with the rest of my life? And one of the ways to get those questions answered, is to be outdoors in nature. This is the best place.
Surf's up, I guess. Yeah. How far are you going down? Yeah. Well, have fun. So that's what it's all about. It's about having fun. I mean, this is our midlife. We have a choice to make. We can hibernate, we can settle, or we can think about the dreams that we've put off and start getting started. I mean, and the first thing you want to do is get up, get outside, and get moving. Hi, we're here now at Rainbow Haven Beach, and just take another little pit stop. So you can see some people out walking on the beach. It's a little warmer than it normally is here. This is November 20th. So it's it's not too bad actually.
Never a bad day on the beach.
Yes. Juanita's right. There is no bad day on the beach. And I tell you, when you take some long walks on the beach, a lot of things go through your mind. And one of them, as I mentioned at the beginning here, is change. And during these midlife years, change is definitely inevitable. So here with this show, with MidLife to New Life, we'd like to offer some help with that.
This is one of the places we stop at, and one day we were riding on our bike and we met this guy from Quebec who works in the Navy, and he built this house. This was a dream he had, to live on the water. Now this is on a floodplain, but when you have a dream, nothing is impossible. Those are styrofoam blocks, and you can see the pillars on the side. So when it floods and storms, the house rises. So it's pretty neat. So the message here is, if you have a dream, and hopefully you do, never give up. Anything is possible.
It's been a while since we've been on the bike, so to get back out there, I mean, it felt good.
Yeah, so anytime you exercise, as you know, when you're done, it feels so invigorating. But if you pooped after you're done, you need some extra supplementation or extra good nutrition, and just have some rest so that you can recoup and finish off your day. Fortunately, Ron and I don't need that because we have some good nutrition, good supplementation before we head out. So then we're ready to go for the rest of our day now.
Yep. So hold on right there. Don't go away yet. We're just going to have a little discussion now, just about the, what you saw in the video, what it was all about, bring out, really the points that we wanted to bring up in the film. And it really was about getting started, right? So, I mean, this is our first show. This is really getting started with doing the video and everything, doing the editing. So it's been a real learning experience of trial and error. So it's a few more errors than trials, or lots of trials and errors. I don't know, but it's been it's been fun. I mean, learning experience. That's what trying something new is all about. It's about growth, and it's not always comfortable, right? So
exactly. And so it's interesting because when we talk about our dreams, especially in this stage of our life, in midlife, we realize we've put so many things off that we thought we would have done long time ago. But because of life, we put it off. Ron used to, years ago, do some editing, which was with your typical film. So for him to do this has been uncomfortable for him. So we don't wait for the perfect time to start something. That's our point. So if you ever had something that you thought you'd like to do, don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait to have all the money. Don't wait. Just don't wait. Just start. And that's what this series was all about, is getting started. And this series was about getting started, maybe if you're not as healthy that you would like to be. So this is why the emphasis was on getting started with your health, getting outdoors. Yeah,
because it's about following your heart, like I mentioned, and you got to have your health. I mean, health is obviously of utmost importance. Without your health, you have nothing, right? You can have all the money in the world. If you don't have your health, that's it. So, the change part, when midlife comes, you might be going through a divorce. I mean, a lot of people go through divorces. I went through a divorce. Juanita went through a divorce. And that's, we're going to have some upcoming shows actually about that, discussing divorce and really, divorce, it's tough when you go through divorce, but when you come out the other side, it can be so much better. I mean, you rediscover a whole new life, and that's really about what midlife is about, is discovering a new life. Because if you take all the steps and get started doing something different, maybe as Juanita said, you've postponed those dreams. It's just, you take your long walks, your cycle rides, and you start pondering about, all those things you were going to do or said you were going to do when you were a kid. And now the kids are gone, maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe there's some other challenges in your life, and you really want to start to change your life for the positive, do something different. Figure out what's your purpose and what's the point of all this, and the only way you're going to find out is to go try something new and get started. So, the biggest thing, I guess, is to just get off the couch and start getting out. That'll be the first step. Go walk, go in your in the neighborhood. Just go for do things that you don't normally do. If you're sitting around watching TV, sitting out on the deck, having a beer, pondering all this stuff, it's time to make the change and get started.
I agree. So where can we have our audience go to watch shows? Because we'll be doing a series of shows, and you can go to Jurni, JURNI.tv/midlife to go back and look at the shows. This is the first episode, so of course there won't be back episodes, but that's a good place to start.
And there'll be some resources there too at some point. Like we're getting started, right? So we don't really know to the extent, but the plan is that we'll have programs available. We'll have nutrition ideas. We'll have business ideas, because MidLife to New Life is health, wealth, relationships, and well-being. So well-being, is your spirituality, getting in touch with your purpose. Obviously, wealth, we're going to talk about getting into business. I mean, there's tons of things you can do online. I mean, that's opening up big time, and it's really becoming the norm, because especially with the situation in the world today, online business is really where it's going, and we've got some really new businesses that are always coming. We can advise on that kind of stuff. Juanita's been in the health business for 20, 30 years.
20 years, a good 20 years.
And so she has a lot of knowledge and expertise with health. And some of the, you saw some of the supplementation that we do. That's all from Juanita. She's been doing it for many, many years, and she looks great. She looks awesome.
Thanks.
So she's got a lot of tips, and that she'll share about health for sure. And so there's health, wealth, relationships. We're going to talk about divorce, like I said. About how to restart. I mean, God, when I went through my divorce, it was like I thought it was the end of the world. But really, what I've come to realize, it was the beginning of my life, a beginning of a whole new life. So a much better life.
And we can talk about online dating.
Yeah.
Because
you dated for like 10 years.
I was married for 30 and dated for 10 years. So I can share a lot of tips on online dating, what to do and what not to do. So, and one day soon we'll share how we met, which was certainly a divine intervention on that one. Yeah, for sure. That's quite the story. And because she came into my life and then went out of my life for a little while. But we're not going to tell them now. Okay. We'll save that one for another show. Okay. Yeah. So So what's the takeaway? The takeaway for this show is that you start moving. Don't wait for anything to be perfect. If you have an idea that you thought you always wanted to pursue, start. So we want to thank you for spending this 25 minutes or so with us, and we look forward to you joining us on our next Journey series.
Yeah, and also keep in mind, we didn't do it for the first show here, but we plan on having, different experts, different points of view, in all those areas that we talked about. And we'll have them on the show too, and giving their advice, giving their perspective. So, this is wide open. I mean, we just want to be entertaining, something and informative, so, from going from your midlife to a new life. And that's what we want to help you as much as we can.
And in this Journey TV series, there will be different Facebook groups that you'll be able to join. It's Journey TV /health, I think, Journey TV Wealth, and Journey TV, I forget the other one, but we will let you know on the next series.
And we'll have our own, MidLife to New Life Facebook page.
And if you'd like to join us there, MidLife to New Life, we're just starting that page. So please find us on Facebook at MidLife to New Life, and we're starting up that page to show up more regular there also. And you can ask us questions there if you choose. So we look forward to connecting with you in your midlife years and journeying with you as you maneuver through these years.
Yeah, and send us a friend request, on Facebook. I mean, we're on Facebook all the time. I'm posting every day. I have little videos on there that are promoting the show. And so, look us up on Facebook, Juanita, Shay, Ron, Archibald, and, friend request us. Have a look at our posts. I try to do a lot of uplifting, positive. We're all about positivity. How can we move forward and in a positive way and really change our lives for the better? I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So anyway, I'm getting the wave here from Juanita. I guess it's time to...
it's time to say toodaloo.
So long.
And thank you so much for joining us, and we so look forward to you on our next series.
Yeah, so again, so long.
Bye. God bless.